first to know. He's put me in somewhat,
All right, let's talk about Fountain of Youth. Probably the most ambitious adventure thriller we've gotten in 2025 so far. And if you stuck around till the end, chances are you walked out of that movie with a million questions swirling around in your head. Did Owen Carver actually die? What exactly is the fountain's power? Why didn't Luke drink from it? And what's the deal with all these hints at a bigger mythology? Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Let's break down what really went down in the final act of the film, what it means for the characters, and what could happen if we ever get a sequel.
You can't succeed.
Let's start with Owen Carver. So this guy starts off pretending to be a sympathetic billionaire, dying of liver cancer, desperate to find the mythical fountain to save himself. He brings in Luke Perdue, who's been in the treasure hunting game since birth, thanks to his late father. But Owen's act doesn't hold up for long. The guy moves like a trained assassin and throws punches like he's not dying anytime soon. That alone should have raised red flags. And, yep, it all comes to a head at the Pyramids of Giza, when Owen rolls in with a private militia, locks down the sacred tombs, and basically says, "To hell with tradition, let's get that magic water." Now here's the twist. Owen's not even sick. No liver cancer, just good old-fashioned greed. He wants the fountain not to heal himself, but to bottle it up and sell it. Classic villain move. But when it's time to drink the water, he chickens out. He literally tries to force Luke to take the first sip just to test it. Luke hesitates, obviously, and Owen shoots him in the arm. Real scumbag behavior. But what happens next is what shifts the whole story. The blood from Luke's wound hits the water and it heals instantly. Not just that, it starts shielding him from Owen's bullets. Like full-on magical armor mode. Luke realizes what's happening, what this water really is. And instead of seizing that power, he walks away.
First to know. He's put me in somewhat,
So did Owen die? Owen finally drinks the water, and for a second, just a second, he gets what he wanted. He becomes his younger self, full of energy and life. But that power doesn't last. The fountain starts pulling energy out of him like a supernatural vacuum. His body starts breaking down, aging in reverse, and then disappearing. But here's the thing, we don't see a body. We see water, lightning, swirling energy, and then nothing. So did he really die? Maybe, maybe not. That golden rule in fiction, no body, no death, definitely applies here. And let's not forget, just as things start going off the rails, Esme activates the pyramid's lockdown mechanism. That cuts us off from seeing what actually happens to Owen. It's left open-ended, which might be deliberate. So while Prager, Owen's right-hand man, is definitely toast, splattered on the stone floor, Owen, still a mystery.
Stop it now, or we will stop you.
Do you think?
Luke's big choice. This entire film is basically about choices. Luke could have been a classic treasure hunter. Get in, get rich, get out. But over time, it becomes clear he's haunted by something bigger. We get hints about a past mission with his father and a legendary artifact, the golden mask of the sun god Inti. There's this implication that Luke might have taken the mask when he shouldn't have, and it cost his father his life. Maybe not directly, but emotionally. Luke carries that guilt. That one mistake became his motivation for this entire journey. He didn't just want to find the fountain. He wanted to undo that pain, redeem himself. But in the end, the price of drinking that water, way too high. Here's what the Elder explains. The fountain doesn't just give eternal life. It takes something in return. If someone drinks from it selfishly, like Owen, it drains them entirely. If someone drinks from it selflessly, like Luke might have, the fountain takes from those he loves. In this case, Charlotte and Thomas. That's why Luke steps back. He finally realizes that love, relationships, and family are worth more than immortality. His decision not to drink from the fountain, that was his redemption. What about Esme and the Elder? Esme is easily one of the coolest new characters in the movie. She works for the Elder, an enigmatic figure who seems to be the guardian of all these ancient secrets. But Esme's loyalty is complicated. Throughout the film, you can see her struggling with what's right. She's clearly impressed with Luke by the end, enough to offer him a position among the artifact protectors. But there's also tension. She warns him, if he steals again, she won't hesitate to take him down. But let's be honest, there's also some real chemistry between them. That will they won't they dynamic is strong. If there's a sequel, I'd bet money we see them on opposite sides at first, but eventually teaming up again. As for the Elder, don't be surprised if he turns out to be the real antagonist in a future story. Think about it. He's got all the power, all the knowledge, but he's rigid, dogmatic, unwilling to use powerful relics even when the world might be ending. That kind of mindset, it's going to clash hard with Luke's more flexible, human approach.
It's here.
Sequel possibilities. So let's talk sequel theories. At the end of the film, the crew escapes. Luke, Charlotte, Thomas, Esme, Abbas. They all make it out alive. Murphy and McCall survive the chaos too, despite the heavy gunfire. Esme extends her offer to Luke, but also gives a warning. Luke, on the other hand, seems ready for more adventures. And now that he and Charlotte are reunited, and both in treasure hunting mode, it's clear that the Perdue siblings are ready to follow in their father's footsteps, but maybe do it right this time. Thomas is already excited about this life. His musical ability literally saved the team earlier in the movie, helping decode the secret hidden in classical compositions that pointed them to Egypt. So don't be shocked if he becomes a regular part of the crew, a la Short Round from Indiana Jones, but with a violin. Now, what's left unresolved? Well, for one, Owen might not be dead, and if he's still out there, you better believe he's going to come back with even more unhinged ideas for harnessing ancient power. Also, Harold, Charlotte's ex and Thomas's dad, is noticeably absent. That feels intentional. If there's a sequel, he could come back as an antagonist. Maybe he's secretly working for the Elder. Maybe he wants the fountain's power for himself. Either way, there's drama waiting to happen. And don't count out Abbas. His decision to not arrest Luke speaks volumes. It feels like he's ready to switch careers, from Interpol to globe-trotting adventurer. Maybe he joins the Perdue crew full-time.
I can feel it.
Our Nerdy Thoughts Fountain of Youth ends on a bittersweet but satisfying note. Luke makes the right choice. Owen pays the price for his greed, and the power of the fountain is locked away, at least for now. But there are still so many questions. What other relics exist out there? What secrets are the Elder and Esme hiding? And can Luke really stay away from treasure hunting for good? Personally, I'd love to see this movie get a follow-up. The world they've created, this mix of ancient history, myth, and modern greed, is ripe for more stories. And with the right direction, this could become a full-fledged franchise. But even if we don't get more, Fountain of Youth works as a standalone adventure with a meaningful message. Chasing immortality might cost you the things that make life worth living in the first place. Let me know what you thought of the ending. Do you think Owen is still alive? Would you want to see Esme and Luke team up again? And what relic do you think they should go after next? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell if you enjoyed this breakdown. Until next time, keep your compasses calibrated and your morals intact.